Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a new video, and this is going to be discussing Real Madrid versus Levante, the game that happened earlier today for La Liga, week 2. And this game was dramatic. It ended in a 3-3 draw, and honestly, throughout the game, Real Madrid was so up and down. I'm upset with a lot of things in this game. I'm happy with certain things in this game. Like I said, it's too early on for me to, call out, some guys. It's too early for me to call out Ancelotti for some decisions. And I won't do that here. I just think that, there are certain things that I observed that could have been better. So let's go ahead and let's break this down. So Real Madrid, they really altogether cannot have a full, complete control game. They just can't. Last week it was first half, they just, couldn't get things going. It looked like Alaves was going to take over this game, and then Real Madrid comes off in the second half, kills it, scores 4 goals, nothing else to see here. Leave it alone. This game, Real Madrid had a strong first half. They looked dominant. They had the time of possession of the ball. They had ball position. They had everything going. Even Gareth Bale scored his first goal. It was an incredible goal from an assistance from David Alaba to Karim Benzema to Gareth Bale, and Gareth Bale scores it in 1-0. And Real Madrid looked to control this game, but then literally right on the second half, 30 seconds into the second half, Lavante scores a tie, makes it 1-1. And then Lavante turns it around, scores another goal, 2-1. And I was fighting the urge to walk away. I told my cousin, I'm like, all right, Real Madrid, it's done here. I was about to walk away because, like I said earlier in my preview video, Real Madrid always has tough in Valencia. So next thing you know, Real Madrid's Vinicius Junior. Man, oh man, Vinicius Junior, you have yourself a day. You did the best you could in today's game. You scored a goal last week against, granted it was already when, the game was already in hand, but you looked better. You looked better, and you continue to prove yourself yet again. Last year I was calling you trash. Let's see if you can continue that trend. You're looking great under Ancelotti, so keep that going, and here's why. Vinicius Junior runs in, he's fast, he just goes in, gets the goal, makes it 2-2 for Real Madrid. And it looked like Real Madrid after that was gonna, turn this whole thing around, but then again, Levante gets the defense off guard. And that's what happened with the second goal. The first goal of Levante was that they got Real Madrid out. They took Real Madrid off guard. They took them by surprise. No one was ready for the goal to happen. And then, Levante again takes the lead 3-2. But then Vinicius Junior again comes in off of a run, scores another goal, makes it 3-3. The one thing that I think that Real Madrid should have taken advantage of, which they couldn't, was in that first half, in the 40-minute mark or something like that, they had 3 straight corner kicks and they couldn't get anything. Eden Hazard, he was able to get some run-ins, but couldn't do anything with the ball. He showed that hesitance. He hesitated a lot, and that costed him. So I hope Eden Hazard, Mr. Trashman, he played okay last week. He was okay this week. The only thing is that killed him was his hesitance, and he shouldn't have hesitated in certain aspects. So, yeah, that's, that is what it is there. And then also Real Madrid, so there was Vinicius Junior also caused this play that could have changed the game, but really came to nothing. So Vinicius has a chance to score another goal to give Real Madrid the lead late in the second half, but then the goalkeeper of Levante, hits him with his gives him a punch or something like that. He gets red carded off. So Vinicius Junior is the hero for that. Unfortunately, Real Madrid really couldn't do anything off of that. So it ends up being a 3-3 draw. Like I said earlier, this game, Real Madrid, they got question marks on their defense. They really do. Their defense is so questionable. Like the midfield also, the midfield has got to get healthy again. Fede Valverde, Isco, and Casemiro are not enough. They're just not. They're not enough. Luka Modric, groin injury. Toni Kroos, groin injury. Hopefully, these guys can get back here, but unfortunately, the midfield is the thinner. It's the weak length right now, and it's usually Real Madrid's strength. But they played okay. Don't get me wrong, they played okay, but it's not the same when you have the deadly three: Casemiro, Kroos, Modric. So I can't wait to see them back together. Hopefully, sometime soon. So aside from those, aside from the midfield, the defense also some question marks as well. My criticism was this. So, they started off with David Alaba on the left side, on the left back position. The center back pairing was Nacho and then Militao, and then on the right back / full back position was Lucas Vázquez. That was okay. The left back and the right back situation was okay, but the center back, Eder Militao is yet again struggling. He struggled yet again today. He was actually, one of the ones out of position in the 30 seconds where Levante scored the goal. And, of course, I don't know what Ancelotti was thinking when he subs off Lucas Vázquez for, who was it? Dani Carvajal. What they should have done was subbed off Eder Militao, would have slipped in David Alaba and Nacho as the center back pairing, and could have had Dani Carvajal and on the left side, and then Lucas Vázquez on the right side. I don't know why Ancelotti didn't move that, because Eder Militao is going toward, he's stumbling backwards instead of forward. Yes, he has some positive qualities, but like I said, we can't. This defense is already, flimsy as it is. I honestly think that Real Madrid, instead of focusing on trying to get Kylian Mbappe this year, they need to find a new center back this year, because the ones that they have is not it. Levante were able to score 3 goals on them. And I'm afraid to see what Atletico, what Barcelona, what Sevilla could do to them. Like those teams, like the bigger teams, could do to them. Levante, no disrespect, is a mid-table team. So I don't want to, if they were able to hang 3 goals on them and close to 4, if it wasn't for a goal post, because I remember the post literally saved. Courtois was out of position. But then, I guess the Levante player just kicked it in the post, and it was safe from there. So, this defense has a lot of questions right now, because last week, Alaves had a strong first half, and they really could have run away with this game. Really could have run away with the first half. And then Levante comes back, puts up 3 goals in the second half alone. So, that is very concerning. So, all around, Real Madrid gets the point. It's too early for me to say, Real Madrid is doomed. They're not going to win La Liga. Even though I do not think that they're going to win La Liga, especially with their defensive performance the last couple of weeks. Real Madrid will not have a solid, Real Madrid has struggled to put solid performances together. They cannot pull a full game together. They're either having a solid first half, which they had today, and then they struggle in the second, where they're relying on no-name guys, the strikers to score goals for them instead of their defense. When, honestly speaking, I don't know what Real Madrid was thinking. The first half, Gareth Bale scored the goal and they were playing defense instead of attacking. They should have attacked. That's when they should have, kept on, pouring on the gas. They didn't do it. They were more concerned with possession of the ball. And then the second half, they paid for it. Lavante scored 2 goals on them and Real Madrid was behind. So they got to fix something. They got to find something to remedy that. Next week, I have to double check the schedule, but, I think it's another... I think they play Betis next week, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, man. I think Betis is another Sevilla team. So be prepared to have a letdown there too. So I have to double check. I may be wrong on that. I have to double. I'll obviously put it in my pregame analysis video of next week. If there are any breaking news with Real Madrid trying to sell players, because the transfer market is still open. It is open until the 31st of August. So, you never know if Real Madrid, if Ancelotti and Florentino Perez are seen enough of certain players to get rid of them. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, alrighty guys, that'll do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of Real Madrid's performance. Were you as let down and disappointed in Real Madrid's defensive game today and in the midfield? Me personally, I think the strikers, Gareth Bale scored a goal. Eden Hazard just showed a lot of hesitancy. I don't know why, though. I don't know what, he was non-existent for like the first 20, 30 minutes or something like that. And then he just showed up in the last like 15 minutes. And then he gets subbed off in the like first 5-10 minutes of the second half. So, but then Vinicius Junior scores 2 goals. Karim Benzema had an assist and had something to do with certain goals. So, let me know what you guys think. It is your guys' turn to write your thoughts in the comments. Until then, guys, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.